Hello, welcome back to 1874. I just had to jump on and do a quick pod. Look at this as being like a Matt Kendrick voice note on Claret and Blue. I'm in London all day today. I'm at TalkSport this afternoon, so my schedule's just not going to allow me to do a proper video like I'd like. I'll do something on Friday about the Bayern game and, of course, do a preview as well. Looking forward to Sunday against Manchester United. But I've been up since 4. I've just been on TalkSport with Gabby and Alan Brazil, and the whole country, the whole of Europe, in fact, is probably talking about Aston Villa Football Club. Just what a magical night at Villa Park. That there's not many things that I'm happy with having 2-3 hours sleep for, but to have 2-3 hours sleep off the back of Villa beating Bayern Munich in the Champions League at Villa Park, I don't care. I couldn't be more elated, and just what a night, what a performance. You hear that Champions League music at Villa Park, something that we've all waited for so long. Some people like me and younger than me, their whole lives. Then others, who were at the European Cup final in '82 in Rotterdam, seeing Villa win the European Cup. It must have been some feeling. And you hear people on the radio this morning talking of last night, being somewhere near that, which is absolutely incredible. And I did a lot of media work yesterday, and I was confident Villa could beat Bayern Munich, and my reason for that is, Unai Emery and these players have shown time and time again that they're up to any challenge. Unai Emery took us to 4th in 18 months. Unai Emery and this Villa team, they beat Manchester City and Arsenal last season at home. Bayern Munich, there was no reason why Villa couldn't beat them at home, and we did. And just to a man, Villa were phenomenal. And you think about it at the end of the game, we've got a lot of players not on that football pitch. We're walking wounded. People are blowing. Players have gone off. Players have missed that game anyway. But the effort and the nature of that win, Yuri Tielemans, just a warrior in that midfield. That back five, I think that's the same back five, including the goalkeeper, that kept clean sheets against Manchester City and Arsenal last season. They've done it again. That goalkeeper leading the side out last night. What a man, the best in the world. I've no doubt. There was a time when Manuel Neuer was the best in the world, but he must have even watched Emi Martinez in complete awe last night. Just an incredible, dominant goalkeeping performance. This is what Emi Martinez has done throughout his whole time at Aston Villa Football Club. And we look at reasons that Villa are in the Champions League. That goalkeeper, Emi, he's right up there. He's the best in the world. Got to give a special mention to Diego Carlos. I thought he was absolutely phenomenal at the back last night. He's taken some stick. He's had a couple of difficult days against Ipswich and Wolves. But when it comes to the big tests, playing the big teams, Diego Carlos doesn't put a foot wrong. He showed that last season. Man of the match against Arsenal, man of the match against Manchester City, and my man of the match last night against Bayern Munich. I thought he was an absolute monster at the back, and partnered by Pau Torres, who was just superb. His use of the ball, but he also showed a side to his defensive game, that people sometimes question, so resolute, blocks, getting his body in the way, putting his foot in at the right time, just absolutely tremendous from Pau Torres. And I could go through every player in the team, really, and single things out. Every player, they gave everything. They didn't let themselves down, didn't let the club down, didn't let the fans down, gave everything for the badge, and that's all you can ask. And game plan last night from Unai Emery that we've probably not seen too much of, prepared to let the other team have the ball, prepared to not have that control that he talks about so often, but it was the right plan, and it's a plan he's used many times in the Champions League with the teams that he's managed as well and got results. For him to be the last manager to beat Bayern Munich in 2017 and in the group stage, and then to come and do it again at Villa Park. Villa can achieve anything under this manager. I'm not saying they're going to win the Champions League, but there's no reason why we can't progress. There's no reason why we can't go far. There's no reason to fear any team, because we have one of the best managers in world football, and he's shown that again last night. John Duran, where do I start? What an enigma. I was very critical of him last season, very critical of him in the summer. I wasn't happy with some of the things I was hearing, his attitude, but my God, he has knuckled down, and he is making it very, very hard to not be in this team now for Unai Emery to leave it out. It's going to be very, very difficult for Unai to continue to leave him out. What a lovely problem to have. Him or Ollie Watkins, him and Ollie Watkins. We are in such a fortunate position as a football club, and we scored one of the best goals I've ever seen at Villa Park a few weeks ago against Everton. I think this one was better. just the sheer audacity. Only he would be able to try something like that. Probably only he would be able to pull it off. It didn't look like he'd even spotted Manuel Neuer. I have off his line. Until like he didn't look like he'd spotted him, but he obviously had, because he didn't even look like he looked up once. But the strength, the presence of mind to hold his man off and still have the skill set to pull off what he did. It was just an audacious lob. What a brilliant finish, and a winner that's befitting of winning any football match, let alone a massive game in the Champions League, the first one back at Villa Park for so long. So I think he's got to start against Manchester United on Sunday, and I think it will be him and Watkins both up top against Manchester United on Sunday, especially if we've got injuries. We've had some brilliant number 9s, but not many number 9s have scored as memorable a goal as John Duran has scored against Bayern Munich last night. That was just out of this world. I'm going to spend all day thinking about it. I'm lucky, I'm at TalkSport this afternoon doing a show on TalkSport 2, 3 till 5. I'm going to get to talk about Villa winning Champions League football matches, talking about John Duran scoring world-class goals at Villa Park. These are things that when I started doing Villa podcast, they were a distant dream, weren't they? We were stinking out the Championship. I was standing outside the ground interviewing fans after we'd lost to Barnsley 3-1, It wasn't that long ago, and now we're beating Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and we're joint top, as Gabby would say, in the Champions League group phase at the moment. So, like I said, I'll do a video in more detail and a podcast in more detail on Friday morning, but I just had to come on and jump on and say something about last night, because one of the best nights of my life, one of the best nights I've ever had at Villa Park, and the love around the stadium, hugging strangers, everyone just absolutely delighted. This is what football's about. This is what Villa's about. I've been very critical of stuff off the pitch, obviously, and I will continue to be fair, but on the pitch, my word, I have never seen a Villa like this, and long may it continue. So thanks for all the support on the channel and for everything I do, and all the love on social media. I really appreciate it. Just almost speechless, almost get emotional just talking about my football club now. What an incredible night. And wherever you were watching it, whether you were at the ground or whether you were watching it on TV, wherever you were in the world, just enjoy it. We're all one Villa family here, just loving life, being Villa fans. And we go again, as Paul Lambert would say, God, on Sunday against Manchester United, a game I never ever look forward to, because we've got a terrible record against them. But if the players can't take confidence from last night, I think that they can beat anyone on any given occasion, then I don't know. I'm rambling a bit at the end here because I'm tired and elated. And well done Villa, well done Unai Emery, well done to the players and the coaching staff. Just absolutely tremendous stuff. You make us proud on a weekly basis, and you have done for nearly 2 years now. So I'm sure, they probably don't even get a day off actually, knowing Unai Emery, but they should all be really proud of themselves. So do all the things that I bang on about every week with the channel, whether you're watching via video or audio. Loads of likes, loads of comments, loads of subscribing, loads of reviews on Apple Podcasts as well. I've seen some coming through. Really appreciate it. Have a brilliant Thursday. Listen to my show on TalkSport 2, 3 till 5, the social as well, if you can. And as always, a big, fat and healthy Champions League winning up the Villa.